So, since we made it to camp and those lovely Girl Scouts or whatever they were left a crap ton of wood, don't need to go into the woods. I go to get some wood. Into the woods I go to get some wood. Except I don't have to. So actually, what we're gonna do is go into the woods and find the old box of thunder. Not for personal use at this specific point in time. We just, locate where it is, find it, follow the signs that say toilette, and check out the campsite a little bit. This campsite is massive. I know I've actually said that on a lot of trips before, but you can set up a tent here. You can set up a tent there where I have one. Back over there where where my food barrel is. You can set up another one. Out on the point, there's another spot. And big tents, not little ones, not little dinky ones, decent sized ones. So I actually contemplated putting my tent here because, check out that view. Wouldn't that just be that cat's rear end of a view first thing in the morning? But it was a little lumpy, so I decided not to go for that. Oh yeah, toilet, that's what we're going for. Question. If they call it the box of thunder, or the thunder box, why do they put up signs that say toilet? I don't know, I guess it's the same thing, but I want to see a sign that says thunder box, not toilet. Oh, look what we have there. Looky there. The box of thunder. Not much of a view. You're sitting facing the woods. Anyways, that's that. We'll walk back now. The rocks in this place are actually pretty cool. This lake is super rocky. Not very shallow, but tons of rocks. I mean, when I was out fishing today, I actually probably caught more snags than I did actually not probably, I did. Lost one, caught two. Managed to get one on the camera, which is a bonus. The other one I did not, but that's okay. We're not skunked, which is all that matters on a trip. And just absolute fabulous weather. You can still hear the traffic, but you know what? It's still nature and it's still gorgeous, and I'm still out here camping, so what more could we ask for? Nothing. smells like pee over here. Man, I wish there was like Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts at every campsite that I go to before I get there. It's like, that's all I gotta do. That's it. I'm alright with that. So where I'm at this weekend, where I decided to come, is the same place, the same area that I was in my trip in August, my 3-day, 2 trips ago. And if you remember from that trip, there was somebody firing off rounds on the weekend as well. This lake and where I am is the opposite side to where I was back in August. I had never been to this side. Thought, hey, let's go check it out. But funny thing, and it stayed true, not stayed true, but same people that were firing rounds off in August are still firing them off this weekend, which, you know what? Hey, it'll keep any kind of, you know, bears or wildlife type of deal away, really, or scare them in this direction, one of the two. I've always got the bear banger on when I'm out here anyways, for the most part. I did forget for half the day, but then remembered. Anyways, the banging in the back, I'm like, wow, that's pretty crazy. Both times I came here, both times, pew, pew, pew. I'm all about it. As long as it's not going on at like 2 in the morning, then have a good weekend, fellers. That's the way I see it. That wind never pick up. Holy cow. I don't know how deep it is here. I don't think it's very deep. Well, we caught a bunch of lily pads. Maybe they don't like the colors. Part of me would rather fire these into the middle of the lake. Part of like why I come out here and why I enjoy it is because it's like a rewarding workout. I mean, most workouts are rewarding anyways, but like when you're here and you're doing all sorts of physical labor and hauling wood, breaking camp, fishing, paddling, portaging, all of that stuff, you know that the end reward is completely worth it. My bag just fell over all on its own. That's weird. Anyways, you know the end reward is completely worth it. You know, you're going to have a fire. You got a wicked camp. Like, look at this view. Look at that. It's amazing. Sitting here doing nothing. You know, a Saturday, if I was at home, I'd have 18 million things on the go and 25 different things to do. And, you know, then you're on your phone or you're whatever, talking to people, social media, etc., TV's on, radio, whatever. Out here, there is no distractions. There is just peaceful, just quiet. Even with the road, obviously I like it a little bit quieter, but you know, there's none of that noise of day-to-day cars, buses, kids, even though I don't have any. But for some people, kids, there's none of that. Grocery stores, all the commotion, the hustle and bustle of a weekend. It literally is just sitting here and letting it all go. And I'm also just kind of sitting here being so super thankful and grateful. Not just for my life personally and the summer that I've had and the experiences that I've got to have, but just thankful we have places like this to go to. Thankful as a Canadian that, you know, that barn here, and we have the opportunity to see land that not a lot of people like to see. Or not like to see, but, you know, get the opportunity to. They don't necessarily like the outdoors and wouldn't be comfortable sitting in silence or sitting in, you know, nowhere there's a fly inside my glasses. It's not their thing, but we are so lucky that it's so accessible. I mean, I hour and a half away from my house, and an hour and a half, I could have gone quieter places. I could have gone somewhere else, but this is where I chose for an overnighter. It was easy access, great access actually, and to see the fall colors. Perfect. There's somebody banging away at wood back there, but you know, it just, I'm so super thankful and grateful. Obviously, I've had wicked experiences this season, and it fired me up even more for next year and next year's experiences and trips and whatnot. But anyways, that's all I'm gonna rant about for now. Look at that. So beautiful. Anyways, but this, I have so many commitments that I've kind of been putting off to experience these, and the people that I owe those favors to have been pretty understanding in me putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But unfortunately, the winter is coming, so I have a bunch of stuff to do that I do have to get done before the winter and freeze up. So, you know, for 99% certainty, my last trip, unless November holds some really, really awesome weather. We'll cross our fingers for that one. But for my last trip, what spectacular weather. What a spectacular trip. Night out over here, and overnight. Just beautiful. Couldn't have asked for more. Couldn't have planned it better if somebody was paying me to do it and I was getting paid to be out here. Anyways, that's it. We're gonna get fixing to get dinner on soon, and we'll see what we brought. Wonder what it could be for dinner. A tough one. Keep you guessing for a little bit longer.